Right, so we want to mix the chords with the strumming. That's the first hurdle if you're a beginner, to get the rhythm of this to a change. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a song by Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark, and we're just going to concentrate on the first two chords, and we're not going to play the full chord either. Like, we're not going to learn the full G and the full E minor 7. You know, we're just going to use 2 fingers, keep this simple, and then I'm going to show you to add some fingers so then it'll sound great. But while you're practicing this, you won't want to hold down all your fingers because it'll ache after a while. So I'll play you the first little bit of it fully, so you can hear how it's going to sound. Get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. Ain't nothing but tired. Okay, so that's the full chords. This is how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna do it with just 2 fingers. And then we're gonna go to the other chords. It's exactly the same shape but on the strings below, but we'll focus on the G. So it's important that you know this ain't going to sound like we're going to get it at the end. This is just a step-by-step guide to getting it there. So, okay, so let's have a look at the half a chord, we'll call it. So just know that it ain't going to get there yet, but it is at the end of this video. So the first 2 chords we're going to focus on is these 2 chords, and you can see it's using the first 2 fingers. And I like these chords because you can just strum everything. You don't have to worry about muting any strings that sound odd. So let's focus on the G, putting your first finger on the 5th string up there, 2nd fret, and your 2nd finger goes at the top on the 3rd fret there. So that should look like this. So first finger there and the 5th string up, 2nd fret, and this one here at the top. See, it's on the 3rd fret. So that's your first one. And if you notice on the chart, to get to the E minor, in comparison, you just take this 2nd finger off and you move it underneath the one, underneath the 1st finger. So look here, I want you to just practice that. E minor there, G, so G, E minor. Now this is a very good, easy sequence to learn when you're trying to put a strumming pattern to it. It's great to learn that. So I'm going to show you a strumming pattern with just these couple of chords. Actually, it's on here. Here's the strumming pattern coming up here. So we're going to go down, down, up, down, down, up on the G. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Now if you're going like this, down, down, up, down, down, up, your hand momentum's not continuous. So you need to get this first, like that, down, up, down, up, down, up, continuously just bouncing, not a fast down and a slow up. It's got to be even, and it goes down, down, up, down, down, up. That's the first bar. Then move to E minor, down, down, up, down, down, up. Let's stop there. To the G. We are going to close the gap. Down, down, up. So let's just do the strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. I'm not using a chord because I don't want you to get into the habit of thinking that chord lasts for ages because you're looping it. So just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. If I took my hand off it and said it, down, down, up, down, down, up. What happens if you take your hand off it and you're not hearing the noise of the guitar? You can really tell when you trip over yourself. So you might go down, down, up, and then it's really apparent that your hands stay down there. This is what happens all the time. So down, down, up, down, down, up. Keep that going. Down, up, down, down, up, down. E minor. One more time. Now, how many downs do we do on a G and an E minor there, if you think about it? Even though we're doing down, down, up, down, down, up, which is 6 sort of arrows, it's actually 4 downs. Now, then 4 downs are 4 beats. So when you look at a chart like this, which is something that I like to teach off, where you can see the chords and then the beats above it. So you can see here in the first intro, you got G, you got 4 little slashes here. That doesn't mean to say you just do 4 down strums. You might do some ups in there to make it a bit interesting. And then you go to E minor, 4 down. See, you do 2 down and 1 up in between there, and then up at the end. But the slashes are just indicating how many beats. So if I was to play this, it would be like down, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and G, and to E minor. So down, down, up. So you can see how there's 4 beats after G, there's 4 after E. And then once you get onto the lyrics, I'll put the first 2 lines on. So it's G. I get up in the evening. You notice when I say evening, the E minor's over that. And then that's got 4 beats there. So starting the G again. And if you notice when I got the G, the words start after the G here on purpose. So you strum first and then start singing. And when you say evening, that's the E minor. So watch. I get up in the evening. And then to G. And I ain't got nothing to say. Okay, the next 2 lines. G. I come home in the morning. G again. I go to bed feeling the same way. So you can see where the words match up with the chords, and then you can see how many beats you have to do after the chord. It might seem a bit confusing at first if you're new to this, but it's you just got to keep persisting with it, and it'll all hopefully lock into place. You might have to watch this video a couple of times. So let's do that again. Intro G, E minor, back to G, E minor, and then the words. So G. I get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. Okay, now I'm going to focus on the next 2 chords, which is here. If you can see, it's a C, A minor. And now, just like in the last one, we're going to learn just half the chord, which is let me get that up here, which is going to be here. Now, what do you notice about this change here? If I put the E, G to the E above it, look, it's the same. The C is the same shape, and the E minor is the same as the A minor. Now, this is, remember, this is half a chord. So this isn't full yet, but you can see your second and first finger do the same thing. So you're moving the fingers down and doing the same shape. So from the G here, we move these 2 down here, down a string, not down a fret, down a string, and then do the same movement as the C to A minor as that we did with the G to E minor. And it'll sound good once I tell you the little trick at the end to make them sound good. So C to A minor, so you want to go A A minor. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. So if you can see on the vocal, when you look at the lyrics on the vocal bit, when it does the C to A minor, it does it twice, and then you're back to 2 lots of the G to E minor. So let's go from this C. So 3, 4, so down. Ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored. Then to G. Hey there, baby. Back to G. I could use just a little help. I'm not going to do the chorus yet. So I want to practice this one more time with the 2 fingers, then I'm going to show you the little thing to tie them all together, make them sound good. So G, E minor, G, E minor, G. I get up in the evening, G, and I ain't got nothing to say, G. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. To C, ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself, G. Hey there, baby. I could use just a little help. Now if your chords are sounding a bit buzzy, it's because when you do this G to E, this finger does, even though it stays on the 2nd fret, does have to fluctuate here. Because if you go E minor and you go to G and you keep that finger there, what happens is you don't give this finger enough time to get on the right side of the fret, and this ends up being a bit buzzy. So you can see how that has to do that to make that sound smooth. So when you're doing the G, this finger's up to the butt of that fret, so you got a nice G, and then E minor, you slide it down a little, take it off, slide it back up. See that? So this finger's doing this, and that's the same with the next shape. Now you don't strum the top string on this shape, forgot to mention that. So just strum from the 5th. Ultimately you're going to be muting it with this thumb, but to put that into action as a beginner is quite complicated. So if it sounds a bit like this, a bit drony, don't worry, you're learning, so it's got to be step by step. I can't add too many technical things in at the start because it'll just overwhelm you. You'll probably want to put the guitar down. So here, starting there, nice, and you have to move that over to get this one up to the edge of that fret. You can't really put them on top of each other, it's not practical, so that has to go, you either in the middle or to the edge of a fret. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little hack now with your 3rd and 4th finger on these 2 strings here. So your 3rd finger's on the 2nd fret and your little finger's on the 4th. Now if I'd have shown you this at the start, your hand would be aching by now, but now you've got the motor skills with these fingers, you just keep that on and they tie all the chords together. So listen, it's richer, see that? Now I'm going to go C to A minor, watch. You're placing 4 fingers on, it is easy because these are static. Now if you're struggling with your little finger, the main thing is just to keep this one on. You could have just have 3 fingers on if you wish. So that's an option if you're finding that hard. And then when you go to the C, that still sounds good. But a lot of fingers have this, a lot of songs have these fingers here, so I'm getting the practice of that if you can. It's starting to sound like a good chord sequence with a nice comfortable strumming pattern, and you're only having to move 2 fingers, which is a bonus. So let's go through this with the new pattern. I want you to put your 2 fingers on them strings, like I said. So let's get the G on. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, E minor, G, E minor. So G. Get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. See, ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself. G, hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. Okay, so hopefully at that point you're feeling like you've got a bit of a sequence and it sounds good. If the C to A minor isn't sounding good yet, it's because you're hitting this top string. So ultimately you either touch this second finger against that to cut it off, or you get your thumb here, but to just touch the string. You don't want to play a note, touch it. And that's how you will tidy that up in time. I'll just spend a week on this and then worry about tidying it up, because it's not the be all or end all at this moment. Okay, so you can see if I zoom in on the chorus, we've got this D chord and it's 4 lots of 4 basically. So D, I'm going to go to the actual chord so you can see what that looks like here. So first finger goes on the 3rd string up, 2nd fret, and your second finger goes on the thin string here at the bottom on the 2nd fret. So that up to now, that's that. Push them up to these frets as much as you can, and your 3rd finger goes in the middle on the 2nd string there. So we'll show you that again. You can see your 3rd finger is in between your 1st and 2nd. Okay, and you got these X's on the top, so you just try not to hit the deep notes. The root of this note is on the 4th string there. That is the name of the note is always the root, so that's a D. So we stay on this D chord. Oh, actually, I'll put the chart back on. So here's the chorus. So you can see that's 4 lots of 4. So your D, down, down, up, down, down, up again, down, down, up, down, down, again, down. One last time, down. So that's how long you play the D. Can't start the fire. You can't start the fire without a spark. And then a good little tip here. Put your little finger on below that 3rd and lift these up to make your C to A minor. So from the D, little finger underneath there, and then get this C shape on there, and that's C. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in. And then to G, the dark, E minor, G, E minor. And then the whole thing just repeats itself with verses and choruses. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to go for the intro, a verse and a chorus. If we can achieve that, we're learning how to put chords together with strumming. That's the whole point of this. So get your G on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, E minor, then to G, E minor, back to G. Get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I Okay, so I know this is a long video, but everything I said is pretty essential to the step-by-step of completing this chords with the strumming, and I don't think there's enough detail out there that does this. They just show you very quick, play you the song, and then you're still left with what's this strumming pattern and how do we change. So sometimes it's good to just go into the detail of it. So alright, thanks a lot, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on the next video.